was taken to St George's. There are 142 ratings here. 98 will pull and 40 will act as the brakes on the gun carriage, which is 2.5 tons. And we'll see later on it's already waiting for these ratings at Westminster.
No puede poner pausa, me parece.
¿Ah, sí?
Está fallando ya. El video. Hoy no se trabaja, hoy es festivo por el entierro de la reina. Ese es el famoso castillo de la iglesia. Matías,
qué hermoso el castillo es una pasada.
Esa es la iglesia, una de las iglesias más famosas que tiene.
More vehicles arriving outside the Abbey.
En Gran Bretaña.
Bueno, así se ve la iglesia. Está nublado, se ve el tiempo siempre así. Como hoy es día de festivo, pues nos ha dicho que nos quedemos todos en casa a mirar por televisión. He aumentado el brillo de mi móvil y ahora se ve mucho mejor. Hace rato estaba negro. Hoy es un día especial para Inglaterra, muy especial, un día festivo, un día lunes, homenaje a la reina Isabel, que ha fallecido a sus 96 años.
I noticed the Crown Prince of Morocco, Moulay Hassan, arriving, only 19 years old, representing his father, King Mohammed VI there. So certainly the world leaders, all their representatives are now arriving.
The King's bodyguard, the Yeomen of the Guard, have been performing their duties at the lying in state for the last 4 days. They will take their position in the Abbey to protect the King. Meanwhile, leading the state funeral gun carriage team, the massed pipes and drums, the muffled drums to marching out the sound for those.
Hay mujeres también, Mira, es una pasada esto, es que sorprendente.
Cómo adora a un ser humano.
Está transmitiendo por televisión.
The magnificent sound we will get from those massed pipes and drums will lift this extraordinary scene and will first be heard when the sovereign is being taken for her state funeral.
Well, the triumphal drums, the tenor bell tolling. There is a solemn rhythm to this as the congregation begins to take their seats and to arrive. An extraordinary collection of world leaders, of foreign royalty, and we await, of course, our own royal family.
Royal family.
Patrick Harrison.
Ahí está la iglesia. Antigua, muy antigua y muy conservada. Son muy conservadores en Inglaterra. Sobre las iglesias, son muy católicas, ¿no? Bueno, ahí están los líderes mundiales.
I'm very struck by the quiet dignity that we have around.
We got to know so well, Chris Whitty, and we know that 183 people have been invited today.
La gente.
Their number. The chiefs of staff of the Defence, Army, Navy and Air Force, and wherever one looks, parts of the royal family in some degree or other. Each of these people represents an organisation that has close connection.
Presidente de Francia, Macron, está también ahí. Todos los representantes del mundo están ahí en la iglesia del presidente. Sí, es el francés. Macron. Emmanuel.
Of course, very emotional. Emmanuel Macron there. He was out walking about yesterday on the streets of London and has made his way here, not sure by coach or what form of transport he took, but most of the heads of government who we are now seeing lining up as they process through Westminster Abbey have been brought here on coaches. We've seen him, the President of Ireland, as you say, a number of others. So the heads of government, a lot of them are here already, along with their spouses, along with other politicians and members of foreign delegations. And obviously we're going to see shortly the members of visiting royal families as well coming in. Making their way here, also by coach, collecting in Chelsea, gathering there and being brought here by coach, where they will process through.
Leaders standing round as she was able to deliver this message saying, look, this is now your time to step up. None of us live forever. You must now show true statesmanship. Now, I don't think there is anyone else in the world who could have delivered that message without it sounding like without it sounding like
porque vivimos en Liverpool, no vivimos en London, en la capital. Esto está pasando en London. Así que estamos ahí. La cultura.
So many of them around her, where she was laughing and joking and said, should we look like we're enjoying ourselves? And then afterwards, they were literally falling over themselves to spend time with her. I interviewed Prince William in the run-up to her 90th birthday, and he described how over the years he has seen the strongest, most powerful men literally melt around her. And today we are seeing that manifested in the numbers of leaders that we have in the Abbey gathering here today.
Not just the authority of her office, but the authority of who she was and that personal connection she had with so many world leaders. So when she gave that advice, either in public or in private, she was drawing on years of experience that connected whoever she was talking to
Así reciben a los invitados.
with the presidents, the many presidents she's met from America and elsewhere in the world. The people in the figures of history that people felt very importantly.
Years to come.
Yeah, there are, as you said, there's a distinction between the Commonwealth as a body of more than 50 nations that largely form what was left of the empire at the beginning of the Queen's reign.
Está llegando el...
Creo que llega el presidente de América, USA. Sí. El presidente Joe Biden.
President of the United States and First Lady.
the United States.
Met by Alexander de Montfort, the Lord Chamberlain's office, and led in where he will be received by the Dean.
President of United States. Hace un ratito ya entró ya el presidente de Francia.
Meanwhile, the procession of those who hold honours makes its way also up the aisle, the President passing over the memorial to Sir Winston Churchill, who is remembered here in the Abbey.
And the tribute from Joe Biden yesterday. It is a loss, he said, that leaves a giant hole, and sometimes you think you'll never overcome it. But as I've told the King, she's going to be with him every step of the way.
The holders of the Victoria Cross, it's the Imperial Society of Knights Bachelor, followed by the Order of the British Empire. But it's these holders of the Victoria Cross who hold our awe, as they are the most senior recipients of honour.
Asked why, he said just because the way she touched when she leaned over, the way she had that look. Are you okay? Anything I can do for you? What do you need? Make sure you do what you're supposed to do. The words of encouragement, the way she put people at her ease, her kindness, her thoughtfulness, those are the tributes we've heard in the last 11 days. And Dominic, she enjoyed going to America. She had 3 stay visits there. She met so many American presidents, all but Lyndon B. Johnson since the 1950s.
Yes, and Joe Biden's advice and words of consolation to the King and his people, I think, will be a great comfort for European royal families, a dwindling number, most of them connected by
Dominic, it's really extraordinary.
yes, it is, but I think it's important to Ireland, and remember her in her sort of emerald green outfits, and shows the varying divides of Ireland and Northern Ireland paying their respects in the last week or so.
Siguen
Well, here
llegando
indeed are the steps of
desde Nicola.